So that's it. Okay, my first question for you. So tell me about your lifestyle. Do you have a healthy lifestyle? And tell me, do you mind to be fit? And is it important for you? No, you think that I don't mind. And it's actually not really important to me. If yes, what do you do to stay fit and to be in shape?
Well, I must say that I'm really obsessed with keeping fit, and I love going to the fitness center to work out. And I could say that healthy lifestyle it's part of my life, because I think that all I try to do right now it's to maintain the healthy lifestyle in order to keep fit and to improve my health.
Yeah, of course. So you can say that you are in good health. So let me share my screen. So the first phrase, okay. Uh, okay. Let me find somewhere to write. Okay. Wow. Okay, so when you want to say that I am healthy, of course, so how to answer? So if you, how are you, for example, you want to say that, yeah, I'm healthy, everything is okay, I try to be healthy. So you can say, I am in good health. So let me write it. Okay. I'm in good health. Try to be. So for example, if someone asks you how's your health, you can say I'm in good health, okay, or I'm perfectly healthy. So if someone, for example, if you want to talk about someone else, of course you need to use different phrase. So that's it. For example, someone asks you, okay, uh, tell me about your family members. Okay, if there is, is there anyone in your family that, for example, suffer from something, for example, an illness or disease or something? No, everyone actually is healthy in my family. So you want to say, no, everyone is enjoying good health. So everyone in my family. So you can talk about your family members, okay? Or if someone has an issue, I don't know, a health issue, like something not really important, maybe you can say, for example, that person, he or she's in her health. Yeah, not really healthy. So she's in her health. Yeah. And if someone looks very sick, for example, someone who looks very sick, and you want to say that, for example, my friend looks very sick and actually he or she needs to rest more, chill out, and actually be care about uh, his or her health, you can say, let me write, it looks like that warmed up means looks very sick. So it looks like the warmed up means looks very sick. Another phrase that you can use. Well, so you're trying to actually be fit, in shape. And let me ask about maybe your culture. Is it important, especially for ladies, for women, is it important to be fit and in shape, or no, it's not really matter?
I guess it depends. Uh, mm, I guess it depends on each person's goals or their um, it just their mm, it just their favor. Uh, like um, I think that it's no matter. Well, to me, I think it's not really important for women to be fit or not.
Yeah.
It's just up to them. It's just up to them for their lifestyle, their they favor or they role model something like that.
Yeah, it's something like, but nowadays, actually, I can see in my country and maybe all the countries, something that we see in social media or maybe actually other medias, we see that it's like a fad and trend. So a new trend has to be slim, very slim, and I see that actually they maybe very strict schedule diets, and sometimes they cause harm to their bodies just only because they want to be, I don't know, thinner than the others, because this is actually something that shows you more beautiful. So what do you think about this one? Do you have the same trend in your country? So especially among young girl and young generation. So do you have the same thing in your country?
As far as I can say, I think that especially Asian beauty standards always involves a slim body with a slim body, yeah, with a small face. I get it's really popular to um, so everyone is trying to fit with the beauty standard, and it's and it's easy to see a girl with slim body in my country because yeah, everyone is trying to fit with beauty standard to
Yeah,
consider beauty.
of course. And maybe some people take medicine, and I don't know, something that to lose weight, and of course it can be really harmful and dangerous. So, just so you think that we need to stay, and you try to stay in shape. Let me write something that you just mentioned. Then we check them again. So you try stay in shape by working out. Oh, this is the first thing that you mentioned. And you try to maintain, so you maintain your health by eating a healthy diet. Healthy diet. And tell me about actually to keeping healthy by taking medicines and taking some supplements. Do you agree with it? So of course, especially for women, we know that some supplements are really essential, so daily especially, in order to keep healthy. So what do you think? Do you agree? And do you take medicine or supplements, or maybe your mom or your sister, for example, to stay healthy?
Yeah, I do, and my mom even recommend me to use some of the vitamin supplement, like vitamin C or like biotin or omega. I think they are vital for my health because I'm in the developing uh, developing age. So I try to balance my diet and furthermore try to take some vital supplement.
Yeah, of course. Well, just you said, my mom recommends me. Just me is not good here. So as you know, we don't use object pronoun after recommend or suggest. So just my mom recommend. I don't know, supplements or something like this. Okay. Just if you want to add, you can say, my mom recommends that I take. So it's something that we don't say, she recommends me. Me is not correct here. My mom recommends that I take medicine. Okay, so we normally don't use something like object or object pronoun directly after recommend or suggest or something like this. Or report, for example, some other words, okay? Well, and now let me ask you, so the third actually important point here is to keep healthy. Of course, it's not to maintain. Now we need to keep healthy, okay, by sometimes taking medicine and, of course, supplements. And okay. Well, tell me about eating a vegetarian diet. What do you think? So it's something like plant-based. So you can say vegetarian diet. Okay, this is the first one. Or if you want to use another phrase, you can say a plant-based diet. Or vegan. Vegan is different from vegetarian. You know this? Do you know the difference between vegan and vegetarian?
I think vegan it's the one who eats who like follow vegetarian diet. Is that true?
No.
Is that
No,
right?
they're definitely different. Yeah, they're definitely different. So if you want to talk about the vegans and vegetarians don't eat any animals, including pig, chickens, cows, fish, okay? Not animals meat, okay? But, you know, when we say vegan also doesn't eat or dairy milk or something like dairy cheese, nothing related to animals. Vegetarian eats like milk or egg. They only do eat meat. But about the vegan, nothing related to animals. It can be eggs, it can be, for example, cheese, milk. They don't drink milk, nothing. So this is vegan. What do you think about vegetarian or vegan diet?
Mm, Actually, I have never tried that because I want to balance my diet by take protein by meat from meat and and actually vegetarian diet is not really popular in my country. I I see few people do that, so it's may a little bit inconvenient for people who follow vegan or vegetarian diet to eat out.
Yeah, of course, it's something like just you said inconvenience, yes, inconvenience. You said
Yeah,
inconvenience because I heard inconvenience.
I
Yeah,
I I think I say
this is in.
uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, because I heard inconvenient. If you want to
Yeah,
use convenient, you say
yeah, yeah,
inconvenience, uncomfortable. Yeah, it's okay.
yeah.
So inconvenience. Yeah. Okay, now, and let me ask, just let me mention another point, and after that we will move on another actually question. So just when you want to emphasize something. For example, going to the gym is really important to you, and you try to do it every day, or for example, twice a week, three times a week. Okay, so you want to say that you make sure to do it. How to say? The first way, for example, I make sure to hit the gym, for example, on a daily basis. So the first one, let me write. I make sure, for example, to hit the gym on a daily basis. This is the first one, okay? But there is another actually phrase that you can use, and the better one, you say, I make a point I make a point to hit the gym. And so this one is better. So of course you can use both of them. Sometimes you need to use, you're talking and you use the first one. Now it's time to use the second one. So the second one is the paraphrase for the first one and a good phrase. So of course it means I try. It's really important to me, so I try to make my schedule in order to go to the gym every day or, for example, twice a week. So I make a point. I make a point to eat healthy. I make a point, for example, to walk every day. I make a point to study. So everything is different topics. Well, and now my second question. Okay, yeah. Tell me about illness. Do you get ill very often?
Mm, well, not really. Fortunately, I'm born with good health, and also my mom it's she has a broad knowledge about medicine uh, and illness. She so I got protected and educated about illness and way to stay away from disease from an early age. That's why now I'm growing, yeah,
Yeah,
properly.
very good. So you were born, just you know that I was born. Yeah, you were born and actually good with good health. That's great. That was a good one. And of course, because of your mom, she tries to protect you. That was really a good one. Okay, so is there anything you would like to improve about your fitness?
Hmm. Uh, uh, yeah, I must admit that no matter how strict I try to make sure I go to the gym on a daily basis, um, my, mm, I it's a bit hard for me to lose weight, so I try to do more and to learn more to figure why it's that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, of course. So, when I ask you, is there anything you would like to improve about your fitness? So, of course, you're doing something now. You want to add something, as you said. The last part was really good. So you talked about you losing weight, actually losing weight. That was really okay. Now let's talk about the way. So, for example, I really want to take up. I don't know, something new, yoga or something like this, or more, maybe exercise, walking, talking, and hiking or something like this. So anything, because okay, I need to lose weight, and of course I need to maybe search and I don't know, explore if I can find a way because and the root of it, so what is the reason and what is the root of actually weight being sometimes overweight, so something like this. Okay, so this question should be answered with something that you want to do more, not something that you're doing. So of course you're doing something to stay healthy, but now what more you need? So you can say, okay, something that you want to add, maybe more exercise, maybe, okay, something like this. Well, okay. And now, let me ask you my next question. So tell me about what you eat. So as you said, yeah, you try to stay healthy and stay in shape and fit. So are you careful about what you eat?
Hmm. Well, I I must admit that um, I'm not really careful with selecting food because I lean towards on what I like more, not always something that really good for my health. I think it's a problem in my diet too, but as a usual teenage as other usual teenager, I yeah I could like to eat whatever I want.
Yeah, of course. But you know, as you said, that sometimes we need to push ourselves to the limits. So it means to
Yeah.
make considerable effort to do something. Of course, it's really hard. It's something, especially eating junk food and fast food is or guilty. Normally, is our guilty pleasure. That's something that I have. And after that, the feeling of regret is
Yeah, yeah.
awful. But yeah, of course, I have the same thing. Every day I decide not to eat. I say, okay, today I'm gonna eat only vegetables and I don't know healthy food. But at the end of the day, I see that wow, how much junk food I ate. And after that, I was like, oh God, it was really awful. I shouldn't have done this. But here I I try, so I push myself to the limits. It means to make considerable effort to do something or not to do something. So I push myself to the limits. So, and the next one, so take up. You know where to use take up. For example, take up the challenge, to accept, to start, to begin something. So you know that, to accept it. Okay, so this one. Well, and so tell me. So we talked about staying in shape, and of course, to be fit, that is really important. And now let me ask you my final question about health in part one. How important is a healthy lifestyle for you? How?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Of course. How important is a healthy lifestyle for you?
Um. Um. Well. I used to be so um. Well, I used to have a really bad skin due to my hormone and my disorder eating and also my unhealthy lifestyle before. Um, and I tried to, and once I went to the clinic center and they said that I they recommend they suggest that I should try to change the way I live. So I take step by step, changing a little bit in diet and in the way I instead of just laying on the bed to surf internet, something like that. I try to use that time. I try to make use of that time for working out. And
Yeah.
I think that now it's part of my life because I cannot live without doing something healthy to my health.
Of course, very good. And tell me, which one, mental or physical health, which one is more important, do you think?
Well, I think it's kind of hard to say that because two of them are so crucial to my health. But I think that uh, if we, but I think that mentally health is a bit more important because um, mental health, which relates to nervous system, which control our body. So if so. if we are mentally unstable, we cannot control our body well, which leads to more physical problem.
Of course, very good. So it's something like we need to look after our mental health in order to maintain our physical, as you said. Physical health. Okay, so we can say, of course, we need to look after our mental health because it's really essential for, to maintain our physical health. So it's something like both of them are crucial and important. So, okay, well, and now let's move on part two, speaking part two about health. Okay, so let me write a cue card on the board. Okay. There's no place to write. Okay, so part two. Describe a change you made to improve your health and that you would recommend others. So you should say, what it is, why you decided to do it, how you benefited from it, so you can think about it, and after that,
Yeah, I'm ready.
okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm all ears.
Yeah. So I will. So I would like to tell you about the some small change I have experienced in order to improve my health as well as my lifestyle. It's the eating habits. I will start by saying that diet contribute about 60% to our health, which it's really matters what we eat. It's connect to our health problem. I once I watched a really a show that a role model shared something about it that I got complete that I got influenced by. He recommend others not to start a whole new diet, just to take a step by step. The first thing it's no need to stop ourselves, and the other thing which is really matter to me, which is to stay away from junk food and sweets as much as possible. Because the reason why I want to recommend to others is because um, nowadays more and more youngsters are living depends their life on junk food and unhealthy food, because they are not only delicious but they are also affordable. But it is an but it is uh, a detrimental way to that have detrimental impact to their health. And I think that um, my recommendation will contribute a little bit to raising awareness for them to care more about what they eat.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. So, as you said, we are what we eat. So, of course, we are what we eat. So, that's really important. As you said, that's really important to cut down on some unhealthy, like, for example, unhealthy food and like junk food. So, we can cut down on unhealthy food. So I think if you eat a balanced diet, so another one, a balanced diet, that is really important. So, and of course, you can take up a news word, take up a news word, for example, like this, okay? And well, you know, that cuts down on means to reduce using something that is really important to actually use these phrasal verbs, you know, in order to boost your score. That's really important. Well, actually, and you said that. How often do you think our body needs to work out? Every day, always, sometimes?
Mm, I get about 3 to 5 times a week. It's enough because everyone
Yeah,
say that to do it like on a daily basis, it's
of
not really
course.
that good. Yeah, we need a day to for our body to rest.
Yeah, of course. So you think we don't need to, maybe sometimes, but every day. So for example, about doing yoga, some people think that, okay, let's do it every day. No. For example, I do yoga mm, now and again. Sometimes, okay? Or now and then, like sometimes, okay? From time to time. Not every day. So they mean sometimes. So if you want to say sometimes and you don't find any other word you can say, you can use these phrases, okay? And if you don't have enough time, for example, imagine uh, you need to work out and it's really important to make a point, but there is no time and you think, okay, I'm following a very strict schedule because, you know, I need to reach my goal. So what do? Just you live it, don't nothing think about it, or no, try to do something in order to find time to do it.
Mm, can you repeat the question?
Of course, you said that it's really important to work out. Not every day, but maybe sometimes we need to do maybe twice a week at least, okay? And if you don't have enough time, so you have a real strict schedule because you're going to study and I don't know, for example, you need to go to work and maybe other activities. What do? You don't think about working out anymore and say, okay, maybe later in the future if I have time. Or no, you try to find time to do it. Which one?
Mm, well, I have experienced this, so I may say that because I'm a student, so studying is my top priority. So sometimes when, for example,
I don't know what happened.
when
I can't hear you.
like coming examination. Sorry, do you hear
I
me
can't
well?
hear you anymore. Yeah, I can't hear you. Yeah, I can't hear you anymore. And your screen's frozen. And you know, your voice and your picture are not synced so that I can't hear you clearly. Something like, I don't know, maybe it's due to poor connection or something like this. But now your picture's frozen. I can't see you and I can't hear you anymore. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
I can hear you. It's okay. Now I can hear you, but you're up. It's okay now, I think. It's moving. Okay. I think it's moving. Okay. So you said that you've experienced this and what happened then because I couldn't get the rest of it.
Yeah, I will start again. Well, because I'm a student, so studying is my top priority. So let's say for example, for the coming examination, I will quit the workout for some times to focus more on studying. And to me, studying it's a way to exercise our brain, which can which use our energy to burn the calories. I think that is a way of exercise too.
Yeah, of course. Of course, you're right. Of course. But you know, if something is important, we try to squeeze it in, for example, an activity. Let me write this one. This one is good. Maybe you like to use it. Squeeze in an activity. For example, it means find time to do it. For example, I say, actually, nowadays, these days, I'm following a really strict schedule. I need to work actually late and, you know, for many hours during every day. And of course, there is no time to do exercise or something like this. But I really enjoy. So I try to squeeze it. I try to, for example, squeeze it. And for example, at lunchtime. So I try to find something, yeah, at lunchtime. So I try to find a time to do it. And not only for sport or exercise or activity, everything. You know, for example, you know, I don't know, I don't have enough time to spend with my friends, but I think it's a bit, I don't know, it's not really good. So I try to find time, I try to squeeze it in, I don't know, my free time if I have. So it means find time to do it. So another thing that you can use, okay? And tell me about indoor and outdoor activities. Which one is your favorite and why?
Mm, um, may I ask a question? Like, if I do the workout in the fitness center, it is called indoor activity.
Of course, it's indoor activity, of course.
Well,
Yeah, of course it
so I
is.
lean towards an indoor activities because
Yeah,
my body is vulnerable to hot weather, so I cannot staying outside for a long time. So I
Of
tend to
course.
do whatever I want indoor, in my home,
Yeah.
in my house, or like in the fitness center, or I just say that in something cool.
Yeah, of course, very good. Well, and tell me about strolling. Do you enjoy strolling? This
Strolling.
strolling means walking slowly in a relaxed way, sometimes, especially on the beach. We do it. We stroll on the beach, and sometimes, for example, sometimes we jog, but we normally actually would rather stroll, especially on the beach, to actually relax. So, something, do you enjoy strolling? Let me write it here. Stroll means to walk in a relaxed way. And if you want to get relaxed, where to go?
Mm, well, I used to enjoy strolling with my mother around my apartment block in the evening for like just for some short conversation after a whole day at school. Um, but now I we don't really do that because she has her own business, and
Yeah, of
I
course.
yeah, and because the weather is getting hotter, yeah, so I cannot stand being outside for a long time.
Yeah, of course, very good. So it was like a conversation between you and your mom. It's like a chit chat, talking on daily matters and something like, I don't know, normal conversation between mom and daughter. So it's something like you walked around, it's something like you used to stroll in order to do some chit chat. You can use this. And another word, just say something before I forget. When you want to say start to do something, especially for activities and for sports, you can say to break into. So, for example, I really want to break into a jog. So to break into, for example, a jog means to start jogging. You can break into something, it means to start doing it. You can say this one. Well, and now let's keep going with part three. Yeah, okay, let's talk about people. Do you think, just if you have any questions so far, you can ask me before we keep going with part three. Any questions?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so do you think people have become more health conscious in recent years?
Mm, well, from my point of view, uh, be- um, yeah, people are more conscious about health and healthy lifestyle, and I think it's a good sign for everyone to aware of that and to follow the lifestyle.
Yeah. So just you said you repeated the word conscious. I want you to use another word. So let's try to find something else. If you want to use another word, what we use. So for example, you say, in my opinion, maybe many people, most of people, you want to say that are more or become more health conscious, but I say let's use another word. As I told you, let's paraphrase the question in order to show our vocabulary shares. So I say people are more concerned about. So yeah, on topic. Okay. So people are more concerned For example, living a healthy lifestyle. So I paraphrased the question. So first of all, I did it. I paraphrased. Now I can answer the question because that's really important to paraphrase it. So, of course, yeah. But now I think, but we still see maybe lots of obese, overweight or obese people in the street. So what's the reason you think? Yeah, one side, people who think about and who are concerned about their health. Another side, yeah, real life, lots of obese and overweight people in the street. So there is a conflict here. So what's the issue you think?
Um, you mean what the issues?
Yeah, of
You mean the
course. If people, yeah, I want to know if people are maybe something like health conscious. So why we still see lots of overweight and obese people in the streets?
um well as far as I can say, I have once know that in some developing or um, in undeveloped countries, um, to them, vegetables are unaffordable, while fast food or young foods it's cheap. So it's a bit uh, it's a little bit hard for them to follow a healthy diet. Um, and as I said before, we are what we eat. So as people getting more and more unhealthy food, processed food, it's um, uh, which that lead them to overweight or obesity.
Of course, very good, excellent, good answer. Just, maybe another reason. So the first thing, people can't afford.
Can't.
People can't afford buying maybe vegetables because, I don't know, maybe because of price. It means they don't have enough money. So especially, as you said, in undeveloped countries. And after that, as our lives getting busier, we don't have enough time to cook. So of course, people tend to buy fast food and processed food, as you said. So it's something maybe another reason for obesity. That was really good. And the next question, okay. Why do some people choose to live unhealthy lives?
Um,
Drinking, eating.
um, well, that is a bit tough questions. Um, but I think that it's up to people because, but the one reason that I can think about uh, it's the for example the way people try to drink or to smoke. It's the way they reduce stress that any others cannot replace it. Mm. And the other thing, the other reason I think about why people choose to living unhealthily, it's because they are lazy or they just don't have time. They choose something that is much easier for them to do, like eating junk food instead of cooking themselves, or just laying on the bed instead of um, instead of go outside or working out.
Of course, very good. So to reduce stress, to relieve stress, so you can say another word, so relieve stress. So you can use this one. It means to removing to get rid of actually stress. So stress relief. Let me write it here. Get rid of. Of course, maybe. And maybe laziness. Another one, laziness, I think, at the end of all these issues, actually, maybe it goes to laziness. And in many cases, of course, just laziness. So people, I don't know, are not into cooking or, for example, working out. Of course, it's better to stay home, and maybe it's difficult to change their dietary habits. So this one is really important. So it's difficult to change our dietary habits. It's really difficult. So people, are not into really healthy lifestyle. So they're not, I don't know, it's really difficult to change. So something that you eat and now you need to change it. And of course, find new ways in order to. Or another one, take regular exercise is really difficult. So it's difficult to take regular exercise. And the verb is to take. You can say to take, and it's really difficult because of this. People, they don't mind if they are in a good shape or no. So something like this. And sometimes fashion affects this trend, loose fit clothes. Do you agree with it? So you don't, in the past, people used to wear really, I don't know, something like slim fit clothes. So of course they had to. They take care of their health, and of course they had to watch maybe their health and their body more. Now, loose fit clothes, no one see. So no matter. So really, it's really, to just eat as much as you can, no one sees. So I think this one, maybe fashion, can affect it.
Yeah, I have never thought about that.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
consider.
of course. What I think, because I see, especially in my country, that in my country people go out really, actually, in a really comfortable way. So and there is no rule that you need to wear this or that. And loose fit clothes are really trend now. So you see that you can't understand. Really, you don't see anything. So just see that, okay, good one, so beautiful. But when they take it off, and when they say, wow, so you can see a large amount of fat. So I think it affects. Well, and the last question, maybe, we have only 3 minutes, so I think I can ask you. Okay, tell me, your choice. Ask you or not, the last question?
Yeah, you can ask. I will try to figure that fast.
Of course. The last question, part 3. What are the health benefits of playing sport?
Well, the first thing I can think about is that playing sport help us to burn calories, which can help us to lose weight and keep our body fit. And next, it's to strengthen our health, to yeah, to strengthen and to improve our durable duration. To improve our to enhance our health um and the last reason I can think of it is, as far as I can say, playing sport or working out help us to um it make people happy and satisfied when we do it, so it's really good for mental health.
Of course, great, very good. You mentioned 2 good points. And you said durable. You mean able to exist for a long time? You mean this? Durable?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
long lasting, of course. So correct. but
Yeah.
you changed it. But it was right because it's durable, so of course it was right. Long lasting, health maybe, forever. I say durable, but we normally use it for product and goods, so that was right. Okay, my dear Ha. Okay, now the session is over and tell me now any questions, any issues, something that you want to ask me?
No, I will leave it to our next lesson because time's up.
Of course. And thank you. Thank you for being very good at speaking. And see you at the next session.
Yeah, see you again, and thanks you a lot for today.
Of course, you're welcome. Goodbye.